I got a question real quick. Well, first I'm gonna say this: people like to use emotions interchangeably with women being disrespectful. Yes, men are supposed to be able to regulate and acknowledge their women's emotions. That don't mean that we have to manage their disrespect or find some way to try to circumvent or navigate that. When you cross the line to disrespectful, and that's the thing, everybody always says that a man is coming down to a woman level when it comes to that, and then they get to going back and forth. Or is it maybe possible that a woman is coming up to a man's level? Because the reality between us as men, we know the moment another nigga get disrespectful with us, hands are being thrown. There's a point where we stop arguing and we throwing hands. And this is and what used to happen in the past was that you brought yourself up to that level with a man, he'll knock your teeth out and he'll shut you up. He ain't gonna sit there and keep trying to like. The thing is that y'all neutered men to where the only thing we can do is use our words. And just like the responsibility is on a man to know not to put his hands on a woman, knowing that women hold the monopoly on in the war of words, isn't it their responsibility to know not to go at a man verbally like that because they know that they hold the cards in that situation?
Oh, you hitting facts
I
on
mean, they're even so bold that they'll do it physically. You know,
yeah, yeah.
I bounced at a club in a bar for 8 years, and the amount of women that I watched step toe to toe with grown men there was insane. I even had 40 a 42-year-old woman try to step toe to toe with me, and it was like, lady, what is you doing? You know what I'm saying?
What are you
But
saying? Yeah.
it's it got to the point where, again, women do not value men, because if they did, that wouldn't even be a conversation, that wouldn't even be happening. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that no, I would say both sides don't value each other, but primarily I think that that it tilts more on the woman's side, to where women just most black women just simply don't value black men. You know what I'm saying? And men in general are already dispensable, disposable in a sense. But it to for a woman to make a man feel that way, you know what I'm saying? And if this woman is attempting to go toe to toe with him, there's only so much that that man is going to take until he lashes out as well.
All right, I want to get Roof in there. Go ahead, Roof.
I would say that I think Columbus had a point. If you are being told not to value men, then you're not going to, if you don't need no man, I think that when we pay our bills and we take care of ourselves, that we just want a cookie because we can take care of ourselves. But men have to understand that not every woman can take care of herself. Sometimes they got to live at home. Sometimes they can't handle the stress and the pressure. So it's really us telling each other, like, look, I can do it without him. And they might have had a bad scenario before. They might have been under some man's thumb. He might have withheld the money from her. So if y'all could be a little understanding on that side, it's not always a punch in the face to say that she's independent. She's just saying that people treat her so badly. She's always have to, if she asks for help, she's not being treated well. So if you could put yourself in her shoes for a little bit and see, like, dang, if I was a woman and I couldn't, go toe to toe with a man, like, how would I handle myself? So women have different set of issues that they are dealing with, but at the same time you don't have to be so prideful to say I'm independent, I don't need you, and you're nobody. Like, that's too much. So I mean, if black men have this thing that every black woman is like that, then they're going to go to other races. But if they can see examples of women, that every black woman is not like that. Every black woman is not going to get in your face and be aggressive or put their hands on you or don't know how to handle themselves in every situation. But we don't really praise that kind of behavior. We call that person a punk. We say that they're a snitch or they're whatever. All this negativity. Why would people stand up and be stand up people? If a woman backs down, then all of a sudden, the women are mad because you should have got them, and the men are mad. Look at her, she out of control. So we have to deal with all of these things, all of these perceptions that y'all don't have to deal with. Y'all can get loud with whoever y'all want to, hit whoever y'all want to anytime, but a woman always have to watch herself. So Columbus, if they want to go that route, when they get money, they want to go date somebody else. But to validate their their awesomeness by getting another race, but I don't understand it. But with Dr. Umar, I see where he's coming from. He's talking facts. Because you could say Columbus Short is talking some facts, but Dr. Umar is using something that is broad and right to validate and excuse Black women's behavior. There's no accountability for the Black woman when you just say, "Oh, you know, she came from the same bad situation you came from," and that's true, and I appreciate that. But what I've learned on these internet streets is that first, when it sounds good and you agree with it as a woman, you got to just like, wait a minute, where is the little flaw here? And that's where I say that's a little bit flawed, because it's like we as the women, we have to say, yes, we were taught this, and we have to unbrainwash ourselves from society and how white women move in too. Like, it's funny how they run into white women, but the white women started this whole thing. They started feminism. So when you running over there, you got the same problem over there that you got over here. So they started it. You want to go where they are? Go ahead. You gonna come back running tuck tail, just like Jonathan Majors. But anyway, yeah, Dr. Umar, he has some good points about how men are so catty nowadays. A lot of men are feminized, and I'm not saying it like to disrespect y'all men, but it's in the water. It's like it's studies everywhere saying that they're trying their best to. We all have extra estrogen in our system, and it's kind of dumbing down the men, and people are doing it on purpose. But it doesn't mean that the men, everyday men that we deal with and respect, that we're not saying y'all are feminine, but we're saying that we have to go outside. We have to deal with all types of men, and some of them are going back and forth, and some of them like arguing with you toe to toe. I'm at the gas station just trying to whatever, and the guy trying to get my number, but we arguing about the lottery. I'm like, bro, we don't have to go toe to toe. It's fine. Let it go. He was just going back and forth. He got to win and this and that. And I'm like, y'all don't see how these guys are on Pop the Balloon when he's like, you not qualified. Not the first not qualified, but the other one with the hand. Did you see the hand? The little feminine hand, the little, you remember how you used to say something broke? You know, like, bro, you cussing how you ain't nobody, and I'm a Black American, and I can get any woman I want. Who are you? She said that I don't know if y'all played this clip, but she was like, oh, okay, sir, if you don't want me because I'm a single mom, that's okay. No, let me tell you about yourself. You gotta go out of your way to put down a woman. That's
a lot of
crazy.
men out here
I will
trying to
say this.
humble women. It's
I
a
will
lot
say
of men
this.
out here that be trying to
I
humble
will say
women.
this. Us as men, specifically in this space, we do have to be able to create a delineation between the conversations and those type of men, because I've seen it. And you're absolutely right. The first dude, the one that looked like a Ninja Turtle, and oh boy, was not the proper way to like. I gave him a pass when he talked to the first woman when she said something about his pants, because what he asked her was a legitimate question. When he said, "You're disqualifying me because of my pants," but what happened with these past three dudes? It don't make any sense. You know what I mean? That was a legitimate question. When he started going further, that's where the problem comes into play. And we as men have to be like, that's not being able to take rejection. That wasn't him just trying to go back and forth. That was him not being able to take rejection. And and specifically because I'm a part of the manosphere and all of that, that first dude, the one that looked like a Ninja Turtle, a lot of men died on that hill with the old boy, even though he turned out to be a piece of shit. Proof has been through the roof about that man. He turned out to be a piece of shit, and we kind of even knew that he was kind of a piece of shit even in the video. And a lot of us died on that hill, you know what I mean, trying to protect that dude when he didn't deserve that, and especially with the way that he was talking. So us as men within the space, we do have to start differentiating the difference between those type of conversations and the type of conversations. Because I go back and forth with women all the time. Like, I have no problem. You come on these panels and you talk your shit, I'm gonna talk my shit back. I'm gonna challenge you on your thoughts. I'm gonna do all of those things. But there's a difference between that and being rejected and trying to
being petty
petty and shit like that. That's
being
I
petty.
ain't even gonna say that's female
And
behavior. That's
aggressive
just
with it.
bullshit.
That's petty behavior, period.
Hold on, Sweeney. Let's all acknowledge something in this moment. Every single person that goes on that show, they're not going on there to actually find love or someone that they want to be with.
No.
They're going on that show for the shock value. They're expecting to be turned down. And women are going on there literally just to point out whatever character flaws or outfit flaws it is that they see. You know what I'm
Fair.
saying? So there's a certain caliber of people that's going on that show, and that caliber of person are the type of people that's going to engage in that type of conversation and interaction with each other.
Yeah, because matter of fact, me and Marcus had a conversation before, and I was telling him about that. I said I think her show started out in the right place. She had the right heart in it and everything. But what I started noticing is that she started bringing people up with social media followings, or if they didn't already have one,
Yeah.
they were trying to build one. And when you start doing that and people start coming in with their own personal way of trying to go viral, that's when you get moments like this where it becomes what is the word I'm looking for? A clown show, essentially.
Yeah, no question.